Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So you all know when you replace a certain mechanical component in a vehicle that the module responsible for it typically needs to be reprogrammed just to get everything working. What if I told you there's a specific manufacturer that if you replace a certain mechanical component, it requires you to purchase a whole new ECU module in order to get it back on the road? Okay, so this happened to one of my subscribers, and I want to take you on the journey on how we were able to overcome the challenges and get this car back on the road. So let's go ahead and jump into it, you guys. Today we are going to be titling this presentation Persistent P0244 Error Code Following Turbocharger Replacement on a 2017 Alfa Romeo. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Hardin. I'm an independent Autel diagnostic consultant. What I do is I align people with the right diagnostic tool strategies and give them the one-on-one training and support that you see in this presentation. So if you want to get on the right track, head on over to auteltech.co.za and book the diagnostic tool consultation. Now, this is what you're going to be learning today. Tools required to complete this procedure. We're going to learn key definitions related to this procedure. We're going to understand the root causes and resolution of the P0244 error code after turbocharger replacement. We're going to overview the Chrysler Y-Tip subscription and challenges, and which module that needs to be replaced and programmed after you replace the turbo wastegate assembly. Okay, the tools that we use were the following. We used the MaxiSys Ultra and the VCMI that has the J2534, a Windows laptop, and a device that will allow you to get your PIN codes. Okay, now a background of this case study. So the client was working on a 2017 Alfa Romeo that faced a persistent P0244 error code after replacing their turbocharger and wastegate. Okay, after a lot of investigation on forums, he determined that the PCM needed to be needed a full replacement, not just reprogramming, and the client needed help navigating the Chrysler Y-Tip programming software for proper setup. So that's when he went to my website, booked the J2534 training so I can help him with the programming procedure. Now, some definitions before we jump in here that you need to get yourself familiar with. First is the proxy alignment procedure. Now, this is a procedure used to synchronize various electronic control units in a vehicle to ensure that they all have the correct configuration and can communicate properly with each other. The next term you need to get used to is the BCM secret key transfer to ECM. This is a security procedure that involves transferring a cryptographic key from the body control module to the engine control module. This key is essential for ensuring that the ECM is authorized to operate with the vehicle's security system. Okay, now if we dive into the P0244, this indicates that there's a problem with the performance of the wastegate solenoid, all right, and the turbocharger supercharger system. Okay, the wastegate solenoid is located right here, and there's the turbocharger system. Okay, now the wastegate solenoid is responsible for controlling the boost pressure generated by the turbocharger. Okay, now when the PCM detects the actual performance of the wastegate solenoid and it does not match the expected performance range, it will trigger the P0244 error code. Okay, so typical causes could be electrical faults, open high or resistance and control units, mechanical failures of the wastegate solenoid, or problems with the turbocharger or supercharger assembly. And the symptoms you'll get are reduced engine performance, the check engine light, or engine misfires. Okay, so my client, he did a lot of research. As I said, he looked at forums. He said people were who replaced this were trying to reprogram it, and nobody was having any success. So after looking at the TSB, it pretty much cleared everything up, and it said if you replace this turbocharger wastegate solenoid, if the P0244 has set in the PCM, you're going to have to replace the whole PCM. Okay, and I thought to myself, why this could be the case, and there's two things that I could think of. So the old PCM limitations, maybe the PCM might not have the hardware capabilities to support the new turbocharger's requirement, all right, especially if the replacement part has different specifications or newer technology. Okay, so that's probably why we have to replace the whole thing and not just reprogram it. Okay, so what I did was I directed him on the YTech website, and just for you guys, you need to know when you're pricing your programming jobs, you need to know your costs. So Chrysler, they require a 3-day subscription for $55, a reprogramming subscription for $35, and a Tech Authority subscription for $35. Okay, so factor that in. This is not a manufacturer that would encourage you to start off with, just because there's a lot of red tape you got to go through to get service ready. It takes about a day or two. Okay, so yeah, step number one after we got the software installed is to look at the repair information. We need to know what needs to be done when we program it and afterwards. So when we replace the PCM, it's going to direct us to flash it and then perform the proxy alignment. Okay, the next step is the BCM procedures. We're going to navigate to the body control module, go into the miscellaneous functions under the BCM secret key, transfer to ECM. Okay, and then once we do this, it's directing us to go back to do the PCM procedures. We're going to navigate to the PCM, do the miscellaneous functions, and we're going to go to the engine control unit replacement. And then under this, there's the manual system configuration. So these are all the things we need to do again once we navigate to the miscellaneous functions and perform this engine control unit replacement. So factor in your costs, look at the programming and the coding, and you can kind of get a gist of how long this is going to take, and you can use that to justify your pricing. Okay, next is the program PCM procedure. So I was having issues installing the software, and it wasn't my fault. We actually had to call YTech to get it squared away, but once they got it squared away, we were able to connect, as you can see here. Okay, so those are all the error codes in the system, and this is our calibration file. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and program it. Okay, you can see that it's out of date, and we're going to click OK. And Chrysler, they want us to state the reason why we need to program. Okay, I always tell people to only program when you're directed to do it. Don't get programming happy, because you could brick modules, especially Chryslers. I'm going to do another video where I've noticed if a module is on its way out and you like try to code it or program it, they brick like this. Okay. All right, so this is just telling us that we need to have a stable battery connection. All right, we're going to click continue, and we're going to select our reprogramming subscription. All right, we're going to click continue, and we're going to watch this thing flash. Okay, I'm going to fast forward it because this is just pretty much straightforward. Okay, and it's going to give us a couple prompts. All right, there's a countdown. Please turn the ignition key on. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and click OK. And after that, I'm going to view the DTCs and just erase everything just to see what we're working with. And it's just good practice just to clear any codes to prepare for the next configuration procedure. And that is going to be the proxy alignment. So when we go back to the miscellaneous functions, there's going to be a search option. We're going to go ahead and type in BCM, and we're going to these are all the BCM functions. We're just going to go ahead and scroll down and look for the proxy alignment. Okay, which you can see here. And we're going to go ahead and click continue. All right, we have a little warning sign, nothing too serious. We're going to go ahead and click continue again. All right, we're going to make sure our ignition is on, and we're going to click continue one more time. All right, let me fast forward it. All right, so this is just a VIN verification, just to double check. And once we confirm that, we're going to go ahead and it's going to say we're going to align the ECU with it. Ignition off. Click OK. All right, and there's just a countdown. I'm going to fast forward it for you guys. All right, ignition back on. We're going to click continue. Ignition on. Another countdown. All right, all units are correctly configured. We're gonna click OK, and then this is just a file. If you want to save it, you can do that. But that's done. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to step 4, which is to do the BCM secret key transfer. Okay, so we're gonna go to the miscellaneous functions, find the BCM secret key to ECM, and my client only had the MaxiSys Ultra, and this tool does not have the capability to do it. So he called his parts supplier where he got it, the dealership, and he bought all these parts from them, but they didn't want to give it to him. So I told him, you have to maybe call a different one. So we called another dealer in a different state. They gave us this pin, but it wasn't working. And you know, we tried like several times, and I was like, man, I even put like bogus numbers, so we weren't doing this. So my logic was, I said, okay, it could either be, maybe there's a server problem. Let's try the Autel. Maybe the Autel can have a function where we can at least insert the pin code. If the pin code is not accepted, then I'll know that it's faulty. So as you can see here, I'm logged into the device, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit. I'm going to go directly into the body control module under special functions, and they didn't have that function we're looking for. They just had the proxy alignment. You know, my client clicked it just to see if it would work. I go back into the engine control module that you can see here, and it also doesn't have it. So I was like, crap, dude, we're back to square one. So this is the BS that we went through to get this job done. This was a couple days before Memorial Day weekend. All right, I think it was like a Friday, Thursday or Friday. Yeah, I think it was a Friday. So what happened was, I told my customer to call Chrysler, let them know about the situation. He called them, and they said, our team left, who does this type of tech support. We'll extend your subscription till Tuesday, and then on Tuesday they'll come to help you. But he said, I will warn you that you need a validated J2534 device. He said it doesn't mean that your device doesn't work, but if you want to get the full extensive support, you need to get this device, okay, which is this here, okay? So validation just means that the manufacturer gave their seal of approval on that device, so you'll get more extensive help. All Autel J2534s are not like validated. Like I know Nissan, they validate one of their VCIs, the J2534s, but typically they're not validated. Okay, so what happened was the Tuesday came, they let my client down. So he took the initiative to start calling different Alfa Romeo dealers and, you know, letting them know the situation, how dire and distressed he was. And later followed up, and he told me that he pulled strings at a dealership and found out it was a bad PIN number that the dealership gave us. And then I said, so how was the programming? He said, it was the longest programming ever. Okay. So yeah, guys, we got the car going. And it was, I condensed it into 15 minutes, but I tell you, it took a lot longer to do this. Okay. So In summary, if you replace the turbocharging system, you'll get a P0244 error code. Check the TSV first to verify if the PCM is needs replacement, okay? Next is consider subscription cost and the time required for extensive programming and coding to set up a profitable price for your service, okay? The more research you put into this, the more you can justify your pricing, okay? You can show them all these things you got to do, and it looks like Star Trek language to some of these customers, so use that for your benefit. Next, anytime you're working on a security-related system on Chrysler products, a PIN code is required. Remember, the Autel can't do this, so you're either going to need an IM508 or a locksmith license or a third-party service to get the PIN code, okay? The YTech requires three subscriptions, and it takes about 2 days to get service ready, okay? So you need to factor that in. Some manufacturers, they allow you to just pay with your credit card, you'll have access to it. YTech doesn't work that way, okay? Next, if you have a stage 2 Autel device, which means it's an Autel that doesn't come with a J2534, all right? Consider purchasing the Cardac Plus 3 as it's a validated tool. Now, the reason why I give that strategy is because if you get an Autel, there's really no benefit in my opinion. The only benefit would be is it's a little bit cheaper than the Cardac, but when you're getting into programming, it's better to have certainty than uncertainty. So if you have a validated tool, you'll be able to do more things. So like for Nissan, for example, you can't use our J2534 for Autel with the console right for repair software. It won't work. It only works with the Cardac, okay? So what I would suggest is I have a special offer. I put cardiac. You'll get a cardiac arrest doing this, you guys. For the Cardac Plus 3, I'm gonna offer it for 1.7, and I'll do the Chrysler installation included and register the Cardac for you, and that way you'll get on the right track, okay? What you need to do is just go to my website, book the diagnostic tool consultation, and then I can let you know what PC requirements you need, give you the invoice, and then once you get the tool, we'll do the installation and we'll take it from there, okay? So with that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. With that, I'll let you go and have a wonderful week. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.